What's good, boys? In today's video, I'll show you my setup I've been using for PvP. It's a Hatchet and Mjolnir Warhammer. So this is the Thor build, and you will see some of the clips here from PvP. I took my revenge on my boy Fame because they just killed him from up top. So this is a little action. Mighty Gavel is absolutely insane from Warhammer. You will see here in a second. Not to mention, Raging Torrent from Hatchet is an absolute beast. It does so much damage. I'll show you also later the gear, the setup, which I think is the best for when it comes to Hatchet. Especially, there is a infix perk on Hatchet now, which is called Critical Storm. Every half a second, if you crit, you get a stack of the storm. 6 stacks procs a bolt of lightning for 100% weapon damage, which is pretty good. It's also buffed by the Mjolnir once again because we get 20% more lightning damage, so that pairs very well. Now, in yesterday's patch, the split gems were supposed to be fixed. I'm not sure, I haven't tested it yet. So I am not running the Topaz, which you should be running in the weapon for the maximum damage output. So I'll put it in the description down below and or in the comments if it's fixed or not, because I'm going to test it after this video. But, you can still run, for example, Moonstone is a great gem on the Hatchet for PvP. I did not have it in this footage because we always have the cooldowns on the Hatchet most likely, or most of the time in the fight. You can see some of the, the absolute deleting, even with pocket leaders here, just deleting with Raging Torrent. And we are playing medium as well. I feel like medium is the best because you tank a lot of hits. You would be just really tanky. Here is some outnumbered with me and Hives. He is a healer, but he'll not outnumber action here. Too bad Path of Destiny didn't land there, but great. Warhammer is amazing for controlling bigger packs of people, especially peeling for your team members. Like I peeled for Hives there with the Shockwave. And most people, when they're focusing healers or anyone else but you, they don't pay attention to their surroundings. So you're most likely getting that shockwave off. Also, very easy to get out of bad situations like this one, for example, with the social distancing. It's such a great throw. I am very tempted to run the infected throw on the Hatchet because that's such a strong skill and does a lot of debuffs. But more about it in a second. Another action here using the Stone Form Rune. If I didn't go in, we would probably never take this point. But that, yeah, some more stuff here. Below 50% HP. Cannot wait to get my hands on Enrage set, but that drops in the raid. But again, more about it in probably a different video. I'll just show you what I'm running right now. We're also running Invigorated setup with Djinn Head Wrap, which is amazing for PvP. Because this bad boy reduces the non-CC'd, excuse me, I had a wrong one because I was leveling last night until 4 AM the forts for Old Crown, but this bad boy reduces the duration of non-crowd controlling debuffs, which is Rent, Disease, Weakness, Exhaust, all the other stuff as well. So we're running 5 stack Invigorated, and this right here brings it to 95% reduction of all these debuffs. And Rent and Exhaust, those two are so strong in PvP. Very strong, the strongest debuffs, I would say. Also Weaken, because that reduces your damage. For those of you new players who don't know what this means, but Weaken is reducing your damage. Disease is reducing the healing on you. And Exhaust is reducing the stamina regeneration. And Rent is reducing your defenses, if you will. So people do more damage to you. So this is really crazy. I'm a big fan of PvP of this. I know this has been a thing for a longer time, but people are just, realizing how strong this is, especially in current game. All the builds are crazy in this season. It's nuts how much damage we take. But let's first talk about the attributes. This is what I'm running. Actually, I'm running, I have a wrong food buff right now. That's a bit awkward because I have been running a 150 Constitution. Now, Constitution, it's really up to you what you want to run with. You can run with 50 even because we're playing medium. We're very tanky, so you can run 50 and put the rest in the damage here. I don't recommend 5 con because in current, current season, everybody does so much damage that 5 con will just not feel good at all. You will get Danny DeLito from basically everyone. And since Hatchet now scales with B tier from both strength and dexterity, you want to have both stats at the same number for the maximum scaling on the Hatchet. And the Mjolnir, it scales, from strength and dexterity as well. Strength is S tier, so it will benefit more from strength, but it doesn't really, we don't really play that as a main damage dealer. It's our Hatchet. Or if you want to, you could probably put away points from strength and get the stamina regen. It goes very well with nimble on earring, which is regenerating your stamina faster. So this could be pretty good. I might try it out, but for now, for damage wise, I just run this split and it's really good. So this is the attributes. Now, weapon mastery for the hatchet. For PvP, you definitely want to get full upgraded Berserk, because being uninterruptible and you cannot be staggered is just insane in PvP. This is really good. This also pairs super well if you can get this infix on the ring. When you're exhausted, you gain uninterruptible, which is same like Berserk. You are immune to staggers, and it's just really good. It's really good. I got lucky with this ring. Even good affixes on it. But Raging Torrent, we're looking to get his movement speed because it's easier to catch two people. And one thing to mention, the tracking on the hatchet in PvP is absolute garbage. So you might be raging here and there, but it kind of depends, man. It kind of depends. You kind of have to like bait your enemies to roll dodge, waste their stamina, because everyone wastes stamina. And once they have no stamina, you can just pop Raging Torrent and go hard, right? Next up, we got damage increase against all odds. We got some debuffs removing dots here, which is very strong as well. Every minute, if you're below 30% life, because these dots actually hurt, you know, mainly poison bows. Then we got some burn from fire staff and blunderbuss stuff like that. Damage increase here, amazing stuff. Now, lifesteal, this could be very strong with Blood Drinker. I need to try it out in PvP. Because you can get some nice sustain, especially against melee. So this could be great in like arena. So I might play this in arena. Blood Drinker has great affixes on it as well. Keen Switch for crit chance. We are looking to get as much crit as possible because we are running the Critical Storm here. Again, I will talk about it in a second, but we want to look for as much crit as possible. On the throwing side, the social distancing, amazing stuff. If you hold S keybinds or don't hold any directional keys, you will be thrown backwards and you will get invulnerability, which means you're immune to damage. And this is a great way to get out of big packs or like being clunked by players. And also it's amazing to catch up to people running away from you or ranged players because it will apply slow on them right here. Excuse me, it will give you haste if there's a debuff on the target. And our debuffs, I mean, we have Keenly Jacked right here on the weapon, which counts as a debuff. So social distancing will proc, and it will also root them. So this is amazing against the ranged players. We all know the bows and muskets, the range squad, in every single OPR in the season. It's absolutely annoying. And with this build, you need to... Actually, I'm going to talk about it in the rotation. By the way, down here, chapters in the video, you will take a look. You can take a look and see the topics I'm talking about. But some more damage here, 10%. We got some great for... I'm actually getting blasted here. Oh my god. That would be a bit awkward if we... be awkward if we... what's he called? Oh, it's a tank. If he failed this fight, huh? Does he have shield bash? Blunderbuss, come on. Whip it out, boy. No stamina, I'm gonna stun him. Mighty Gable for some big damage. He's full heavy as well. Damn, dude. We got him, though. We got his cheeks, boys. See, pretty good heal from the Berserk as well from lifesteal. No Blood Drinker, but the lifesteal from Berserk does help a lot as well. Now, where was I? Oh, Adrenaline Rush. I'm a big fan of this passive because this will consume less stamina if you dodge within hitting a target. And for us, that's perfect because we're melee. And we also give this passive, we get stamina on crit. So that's why we want to stack as much crit as possible. Because if you hit someone in the back, then you will proc crits or vicious, rogue, whatever, right? Or at this passive, but that doesn't really happen if you go like against face to face, right? So we want to get that crit, which I will show you in the gear in a second. Now for our Warhammer, we are rocking Mighty Gable. Mighty Gable is actually insane, 190% weapon damage. And we also get a grit. It has higher crit chance, which goes well with what we are running overall. And it reduces the cooldown of your other Warhammer cool abilities. So like Shockwave, which is our stun, also has a grit. It staggers, stuns for 2 seconds, applies a weaken. So we have one weaken here, 10%. And second weaken is actually from the Mighty Gable here. Excuse me, not from this one. We have am I tripping? There's about 30% weaken we are applying. Oh, right here, I'm blind. Oh my god. The power of this weapon. We apply 30% for Mighty Gable. That's 40% weaken, which means the target deals less damage by 40%, which is absolutely crazy. Next up, we get Path of Destiny. This is good for also controlling, just people if they are going after your teammates or whatever, because it staggers them and it reduces the cooldown of the ability. If you hit the more targets, the better, right? Some good passives here, like armor, for example, increase. That's good and perfect for us in medium. Next up, we get more damage when we take damage. So this goes well with Mighty Gavel, like for some big hits. My highest Mighty Gavel yesterday in OPR was like 7,000, I believe. So that was quite crazy. Now onto the gear. So again, once again, Djinn rep right here. I'm not sure if you can see my, because of my webcam, but I showed this piece already. Let me just move the webcam because of the perks here. So on this piece, we are looking for Enchanted Ward and Keenly Fortified. Keenly Fortified will be active on both weapons if you have it on armor or jewelry. So Invigorated, another perk we want to stack. Now for PvP gear, I really recommend faction gear. It's really strong. For example, this chest is absolute best in slot. So we want to go for it. The jewels, I forgot to take them. Turquoise is the new jewel. It reduces both physical and elemental damage by 3% both, which is much stronger than these gems, but you cannot turn them into rune glass. That's the only downside, but it's still very good for PvP. I'm gonna run the full set with them because it's much stronger than any of these, right? Physical or elemental. So I'll be rocking that. So for medium, perfect loadout. We don't get any damage increase like in light, but we are much, tankier and we can take less damage from crits. So the perfect loadout for this is heavy chest piece, medium headpiece, heavy pants, and light gloves. I can link down in the top comment a website that shows you what are the perfect loadouts for medium, or if you're running with a shield, so you can take a look. But on the gloves here, the perks you're looking for overall are Shuriken Fortification, 100%, Sacrificial Empowerment is very good, and Prolonged Favor, because Prolonged Favor does apply to Shuriken Fortification, so the duration will actually be quite noticeable. And Vital Synergy on the chest piece is also a must-have. That life regen, stamina regen is very good below 50%. So I would grab this bad boy. You're also looking for thrust conditioning or slash conditioning for PvP against those melee boys or range players. And the boots here, perfect setup as well. Keenly Empowered, also applied to armor or jewelry, so it applies on both weapon sets. Some great stuff. Onto the weapons. So, Spark of Mjolnir, your damage will be increased by 20%, lightning damage, excuse me. And that's why we are looking for this infix on the hatchet, which procs the bolt of lightning once you get 6 stacks every half a second if you crit. And since we attack very fast with hatchet and Raging Torrent, we get these quite often. Keenly Jack to apply the dot and the debuff. Moonstone, 20% damage when all your abilities are on cooldown, which is all the time. I was lucky to get Attunement when it dropped, and then Shuriken Arcane again is very good for this build since we dodge a lot. This procs very often for those big hits. But ideally you would want End. End passive is amazing. This increases the ability damage and also light attack chain, which we don't really proc that often, but overall it's a good perk. It is a good perk. Or get double Attunement, that's also good, but that might get nerfed. On the hammer here, we are looking for Mighty Gavel. It already comes with this, I believe. So this also applies a slow, and we deal more damage to the target with this with the slow, which is insane. And I am rocking Keen here for crit chance. It goes up to 4% if you upgrade it fully. On the ring, same story. Keen crit chance right here. Enchanted Ward, very good defensive perk for PvP. I'll really recommend it. You got slash damage, and this cursed enchantment is not that great because it reduces the damage of our Raging Torrent, but it is what it is. We mostly do light attacks, so 10% is very good. It's a cracked ring. Only downside is it doesn't have a gem slot, which is a bit unlucky, but it's a perfect ring. On our amulet, I am rocking triple protection. Good for PvP, thrust, flame, mages. Again, invigorated, gem slot. The other amulet you could use is Life Ring Amulet, for example, is pretty good. And then honestly, not sure. I haven't seen, that's the one item I have not really seen drop with good perks this season. I don't know. Earring, what I think is the best is Refreshment. The 10% reduced cooldowns across the board is so goddamn good. Really perfect. Looking for Nimble to get stamina regen and Fortifying Toes to get more Fortify. A big fan of this as well. Fortify cap is 200%. which is impossible to get in PvP almost without healers. And in PvP, excuse me, Empower Cap is 50%. I'm not even sure if I have a full Empower Cap, but Berserk gives us 25%, so we gotta fill the rest. And that's not a problem at all, because slash damage and or harnessing does account for that, so I don't think it's yeah, that bad. Now, I'm not sure if anyone knows, let me know down below in the comments if this counts as Empower Cap, this right here. Basic attack damage, ability damage, I have no clue. Let me know, please. For the Heartrune, Stalwart Heartrune of Stone Form is amazing. It heals you. It gives you 45 as well. Speaking of heal, if you get Healing Heart on a E-Ring, it's also very good, very strong. It will heal you even more. If you want some Life Leech tech, you can go with Blood Drinker. Amazing ring, go for it as well. Offense slot, I would go with Crit, or I would probably go with Vicious on the offense slot. It kind of depends. Right now, I am above, I'm like 30% crit right now on this build. 30%, maybe more, something like that. So that was the gear. Consumable setup. So if you're playing non-OPR, because OPR doesn't have infinite consumables, everything else does. You want to use the Desert Sunrise for the reduction of duration. Dots. You want to use probably this Constitution 52 is very strong because it's 52. Other than that, I'm just using Strength 44. There's also 48 attribute buff, attribute food, which I don't have. Oh, I have one right here. So it depends what your attributes look like or what you want to go for. Now, Honing Stone here for more damage. That will be for consumables. And if you're facing mages, you want to proc Gemstone Dust because this reduces the absorption a lot. And against melees, you want to use the Oak Flesh Balm right here. Both are really strong. So again, great. It's unlimited in Call, Capture the Flag, Arena, all that stuff. So it's very good. You can also take it a bit further and get Fire Absorption Potions if you are against mages. Specifically, but that's quite expensive, I believe. So that was the consumables. Now for the rotation, it really depends what you're facing. There is no real rotation. But for the hammer, you definitely want to go with Shockwave, catch your targets off guard if they run out of stamina, like you could see in a little fight here. And then Mighty Gavel right on top of that for big damage, but mainly for the debuffs. And then you would just use Berserk, Raging Torrent for big damage, Social Distance to catch them. And there is also a way to animation cancel Berserk, but I need Social Distance to get off the cooldown. What you do, which I described in the last video, in the right upper corner, I did... You hold W into block, right click into Berserk and throw. Just like this. That's how you Berserk animation cancel. It's still in the game, it's just much harder. It gets some, you know, you need to get used to it. You just need to practice makes perfect, right? So you need to get used to it, but don't you worry. I believe you got this. Took me a while as well. The good old OG Berserk animation cancel where you only had to right click block is all gone. But I'm still happy to see, you know, the animation cancel is still there. Like it or not. Now, a lot of people were asking me for two things. What is my drip? I'm gonna show you right now. My drip is full bare bones medium, headpiece, gloves, and oh, that's it actually. All these two bare bones medium. The boots are Runic Bear boots, which is a skin from the shop. The pants are Robin Hood pants, but it doesn't matter. They don't really show that much. It doesn't. Just grab some, you know, brown ones. This looks a bit better maybe. And the chest piece is from Eniad, Grand Legion Heavy Chestwear. I was grinding this 3 years ago like crazy. So that's like the biggest, you know, skin I could find. Probably, I'm not sure if it affects hitbox, which would be very funny and scuffed, but I would not be surprised if it does count toward the hitbox. AK range players having easier time hitting you. The second question was, how did I set up my UI? So if you go into settings, a lot of people don't know that. Might make a separate video about that, but settings, game right here, you scroll about the middle, and there it is, HUD, layout, you press whatever you want. I have custom one for arenas and OPR. No, more like for arenas and maybe capture the flag, but custom 2 is for raid, because if there is a lot of players, I have them in the right upper corner. For arenas, I have them right around on the screen. So you just do click edit, and you can do your magic here, or whatever you want to go with, right? I need to adjust a bit this amount, stamina and everything. I wish you could, like, get everything in once, not by one, but it is what it is. So that's how we do the UI. And I believe we covered everything. And now if you are in PvP or OPR, whatever, melee, You have to be a bit tactical with like your surroundings. If you're against French squad, you cannot be out in the open. You have to like, I don't know, play around the walls, trees. Just use your line of sight efficiently. That's how you get them. Because you cannot chase a musket or bow player. It kind of depends. If it's a cracked player, you will lose. But if it's like average one, you have no problem catching up to them and just killing them. So it really depends. But I'm still trying to unrust. I have not played this game for a longer time, like almost 3 years. So excuse me if my skills are a bit, kind of, they are still bad, right? I'm still bad at this game. So I need to unrust and get used to the combat because everything feels very different. Very different. But with that said, homies and homettes, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would throw that like, subscribe, or comment to trigger YouTube algorithm gods, I would greatly appreciate it. And I also stream every day on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok. We are everywhere. If you want to stop by, I would greatly appreciate it. But with that said, have a great one, legends. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, peace.